Almost 1 in 4 drivers may victim auto theft or scams at some point in their lives. Some will make you feel fairly foolish, while others are inevitable. I'll expose 13 startling auto frauds in this video. These might be anything from straightforward frauds to planned crashes that deplete your money. However, stay for the fraud, which is so nasty that victims often wind themselves behind bars. The windshield money trap is the 13th scam. Don't get out if there's a $100 bill on your windshield. You're not fortunate today, it's a prelude. This fraud is as audacious as it is risky. On a cold morning, you get into your vehicle, turn on the ignition, and discover a brand new $100 hidden behind the wipers. The majority of individuals automatically leave their vehicle running and unlocked in order to leap out and grab it. It just needs that key. A thief enters your vehicle, locks the doors, and leaves in a matter of seconds. You lose your possessions, your car, and perhaps your mental stability. It was all due to a phony bill. It's not a rumor. As recently as 2023, it has been occurring in actual cities, including Atlanta, Chicago, and others. The scary thing comes next. These vehicles weren't parked carelessly. They were seated directly in front of residences. This implies that the thieves were aware of your precise residence. It has been verified by authorities. Drivers have been advised by the Atlanta Sheriff's Department to dial 911 if they see unusual money on their windshield. Avoid playing detective. Don't attempt to be intelligent. Before checking anything, just remain in your vehicle and drive to a secure location. Here's an additional kicker. The money is most likely fake if you attempt to spend it. Put you in prison. In the end, no one leaves free cash on your vehicle. You will lose everything if you think like that. Additionally, you're likely to fall for the next scam if you're that gullible. The 12th scam, the intersection wave scam. Are you wondering why the cost of your auto insurance keeps rising? Scams like these are part of the issue. The FBI says, you're at a crossroads. Despite having the right of way, the other motorist gives you a kind wave to continue. Looks courteous, doesn't it? False. They smash you as soon as you squeak forward, then accuse you of breaking the law and causing the collision. Their explanation makes sense even if you contact the police. Even worse, your insurance provider probably supports them. The industry loses more than $20 billion annually as a result of this faked accident fraud. The cost of rising premiums is being borne by you. A family in New York was so successful at this that they defrauded insurance companies of $6 million. Avoid falling for that. Take action. At Crossroads, you should never trust a wave. Let them go if they have the right of way. Better yet, take notes on everything. Purchase a dash cam. Either way you can. The first time someone attempts to take advantage of you, it will pay for itself. The next fraud will likewise benefit from a dash cam. The 11th scam is a phony antifreeze leak. This one is unsettlingly successful and mostly targets women. You're strolling to your vehicle in a public area, such as a shopping center or rest area. A stranger points to a vibrant puddle under your car to signal you to stop. It seems that you have an antifreeze leak. It sounds serious. In a technical sense, it is. Leaks in the coolant may cause costly engine damage and overheating. This is a setup, however. The con artist persuades you to open the hood and maybe start the engine. They covertly remove your radiator cap while you're preoccupied. It seems to be your car's coolant bleeding as a little more fluid starts to leak out. Good news. They are a mechanic by coincidence, and they'll repair it for a little cost. For months, one con artist in the Bronx, called Mike by the locals, carried out this scheme, making $380 every victim. Here's a way to overcome that. Never let a stranger open your hood. Express gratitude to the person who finds a leak. However, go directly to a reliable mechanic. In the next 5 minutes, your engine won't blow up. However, your pocketbook may. Why is this one worse? Usually it's pulled where you feel most secure. What comes next is even more unexpected. The gas pump hustle is the 10th scam. Scammers often target gas stations. Every year, more than 8,000 vehicles are taken from gas stations. But that's just the beginning. The actual danger? Card readers. These gadgets are covertly placed within credit card readers, and as soon as you swipe, they take your payment information. The number of these frauds increased by 39% between 2022. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services claims that false charges against skimmers may total up to $1 million. Consider that. Don't expect to be able to identify it. One pump, one swipe, and your bank account is gone. Even skilled eyes fail to see certain skimmers because they are so cleverly concealed. However, if there is no security tape on the panel or the card reader seems heavy or loose, leave. Don't take a chance. The nice assistant scam is another. Someone offers to fill up your petrol tank. Doesn't it sound harmless? False. They don't give the nozzle back after you're finished. They fill up other people's tanks with the petrol you purchased for in exchange for money. Without ever realizing it, you may lose hundreds or even thousands. Here's how to defend yourself now. Don't ever pay at the pump. Enter and pay using a credit card rather than a debit. The fraud protection on credit cards is more robust. Debit cards, when the funds are gone, they're gone. Secure your doors. Distraction thefts are ideal at gas stations. One scammer is stealing your wallet, phone, or handbag from your vehicle, while another is chatting you up. Keep this information in mind since it may come in handy in the future. The plastic bottle on the tire is the 9th scam. We are now entering really hazardous country. The only purpose of this trap is carjacking. It is most prevalent in parking lots with inadequate security and illumination. This is how it works. A plastic bottle is placed next to the front or rear passenger tire by the thief. Before you get in your vehicle, they're trying to find a place you won't notice right away. A strange crinkling sound will be heard next to one of your wheels as you drive away. The unlikely victim leaves the engine running and leaps out of their vehicle without thinking. However, the burglar has already gotten in and taken your vehicle by the time they reach the opposite side to check it. This fraud is among the most recent on the list, having started in South Africa in 2018. Ironically, it didn't really take off until someone posted about how it works on social media. My advice for avoiding scams is to never park in isolated areas. Make sure it's well lit if it's not outside. It features CCTV and on-duty security personnel. After that, you have ample time to go to a safer area such as your home before checking it out if your wheel makes an odd noise. The flat tire setup is the 8th scam. Because of its very high success rate, this golden oldie is still in use today. Someone informs you that you have a flat as you're getting into your vehicle after leaving the shop. To make sure it's not a puncture, they also offer to fix the tire or send you to their shop. Actually, the air had been released from your tire by this nice stranger. However, how can you be certain? Well, tires don't always get flat. As soon as the tire pressure falls below the typical level, the tire pressure monitoring system light will turn on. It's possible that someone purposefully deflated your tire if you didn't see the light on your dashboard before you went inside the business. Tell them that you think someone destroyed your car and saw them skedaddle, and that you will contact the police. Regretfully, you will still have a flat tire. Keep a small air compressor in your vehicle at all times as a preventative measure. You have no justification since they are as little as $15. Second, each month, check the pressure in your tires. Repair expenses may be reduced by hundreds of dollars with the correct PSI. The 7th scam is the impending danger deception. When a driver stops you and points to something in the rear of your vehicle in disbelief, there's nothing that makes you more anxious. What may it be? Is your tire going to blow up? Is your vehicle burning? Your wheel can have a loose bolt. No, it is only a swindle, and this is how it works. The con artist preys on individuals on desolate roads or in places with little visibility, making it impossible to see their partner lurking around the corner. Their accomplice accesses your passenger door and takes any things you left in plain sight after you have frantically parked your vehicle. Any money you leave in your glove box, including wallets, phones, and handbags, will be gone in a matter of seconds. For years, the Better Business Bureau has issued warnings about forms of this fraud. Scams involving roadside assistance could expose you to false repair costs and auto theft. What should I do instead? A stranger cannot warn you of danger as well as your car can. Therefore, when someone signals you to stop, waive an agreement while continuing to drive. Check your vehicle when you reach a safe area in case the ECU has overlooked something. The 6th scam is the Chatty Helper. When your hands are full with supermarket bags, who doesn't enjoy a good conversation? Or on a sweltering summer day, someone asking for directions while you're attempting to get your children into their car seats. This is the reason this fraud is so well known, and this is how it works. The con artist asks for your assistance with something harmless after seeing your obvious anxiety while attempting to get into your car. They waited until you opened your vehicle. However, they may even awkwardly attempt to assist you with unpacking your goods. You are unaware that your phone, wallet, handbag, or anything else you left unattended has been taken by their accomplice. Additionally, they may have seen you entering your PIN if you had just used your car inside the business. This kind of fraud recently cost a guy in Southern California $6,000. Distraction stealing has been advised against by police departments across for decades, but in some areas the problem has become worse. Here are some safety tips. When conversing with strangers, lock your car doors. You may advise them to wait till you're seated if they approach you. After then, you may crack the glass and respond to their inquiries. The 5th scam is the tow truck trap. It may surprise you to learn that the U.S. vehicle towing business generates an astounding $14.5 billion annually. That is 4 times the sum of all other nations combined. This is due to the fact that predatory towing tactics are now harming millions of Americans. These frauds may take many different shapes, and escaping them can be a nightmare. Parking spots that seem to be genuine are the subject of the first fraud. Signs on the property may be unclear or not very apparent. It's gone by the time you return to your vehicle. Until you pay an exorbitant price, these greedy towers won't even let you get your wallet or prescription drugs from your vehicle. Vehicle breakdowns are the subject of another fraud. When you request a tow, the truck mysteriously arrives sooner than expected. After that, they insist on transporting your vehicle to a certain lot or repair facility. You may fall for this if you don't know the law. No matter what, tow trucks have to drive you wherever you want to go. Going to a dubious mechanic can shield you from more losses, even if you may not be able to fight the charge. Request the name of the tow firm, the driver's name, and the anticipated time of arrival from the dispatcher when you contact for roadside assistance. Before allowing the tower to contact your vehicle, confirm that information. When you park on a lot that is private, before you depart, snap photos of your vehicle and the parking regulations. Avoid parking there if there aren't any obvious indications. Speaking about parking in shady locations, the fourth scam is the phony parking ticket trick. This fraud may wipe you out in a matter of days, unlike others that cost several $100s. This is how it works. When you go back to your vehicle, you see what looks to be a legitimate parking ticket on the windshield. It includes a QR code or internet link for convenient payment, along with the municipality's emblem. You don't want this to be a burden, of course, and you believe that paying it now would save you a lot of money. Your payment information is now in the hands of the fraudsters once you complete the purchase. They may just care about the fine, if you're fortunate, but if you're not, the amount of money they will deduct from your card is unpredictable, because it might be difficult to distinguish a phony ticket from a genuine one. The BBB has been alerting families to this. How to avoid falling for this fraud? Avoid using QR codes to pay penalties. Look for the official webpage on Google. Next, use your license plate number to look up the ticket. It isn't a legitimate ticket if it doesn't appear, because they are so convincing. High-tech frauds may be especially frightening, and among the worst is the following fraud. The third scam is the keyless entry jam. This statistic might keep you up at night. Relay vehicle theft is a risk for 96% of keyless entry devices. This is a really complex trick that has two methods of working. Relay attacks are the initial method used by criminals. They can remotely unlock your vehicle using your keys. For instance, it may happen at a coffee shop or even while you're sleeping. Once inside, they break into the computer of your car and take off. The second technique stops you from locking your car by using an entrance jam. The lights may flash and your vehicle may chirp, but it will remain open. This is done the old-fashioned way, with a coin under the door handle. What to do instead? Keep your keys in a Faraday bag at night if you reside in a high-risk location. Additionally, always make sure the doors are secured when you lock your car. At least this scam doesn't destroy your credit score like the following one, even if it may be costly. The second scam is the VIN cloning scheme. Imagine spending a pleasant evening at home when a debt collector and a tow vehicle unexpectedly arrive at your door. They claim that you've taken out a loan secured by your vehicle and that the due date has passed. The only issue is that you were never by yourself. This is not a movie storyline. Because of VIN cloning rackets, it happens often. According to Houston police, this occurs at least once per week. Another well-liked location for VIN cloning is Florida. Some drivers don't even realize they have a line on their car until they want to sell it. This is how it works. After obtaining your vehicle's VIN, which is displayed on the windshield, the scammers make a fake title for your vehicle. Cars that have been stolen may also be hidden via VIN cloning. Everything seems to be in order until one of you wants to renew your registration, and they use the VIN of a vehicle that is identical in make, model, color, and other details. After then, you could have heard that your car had been wrecked and that your insurance had paid out. This is how you put an end to it. Run a vehicle history report and make sure all the VINs match before purchasing a car. You could also sign up for title tracking services if you own a fancy vehicle. Is the peace of mind worth the annual expense, which might reach $100? You make the decision. The first scam is the fictitious parking lot collision. Last but not least, there is still another horrible low-tech, high-payout fraud. A con artist will park next to your car while you're shopping and use a tool that matches the color of their vehicle to damage it. A couple will be yelling at you for destroying their vehicle by the time you reach your vehicle. Their car will have serious damage to the front or back, and the scratches will give the impression that you caused it. They want to terrify you into giving them cash so they can rapidly pay for the repairs or risk severely damaging your insurance premium. Many individuals give up out of embarrassment at attempting to avoid a scene. One instance, nevertheless, saw a $650,000 settlement as a consequence of the manufactured accident. There was no use in contacting the police in that case. What are you able to accomplish then? Always park as near to the front of the business as you can and as far away from other cars as you can. Purchasing a top-notch dashcam with audio recording is very crucial. Regardless of the quantity of alleged witnesses, this will provide indisputable evidence. That's it. Don't fall for these 13 scams. They cost drivers and insurers billions of dollars annually and cause a great deal of mental distress. Although these suggestions won't ensure that you'll never become a victim, they will significantly lower the likelihood.